Action.
So just really chaos on the water at this point.
Danger.
This is no game. We're here to do a real job.
Adventure.
I've been around the world twice and I've seen everything 3 times.
You're listening to Sea Story.
Episode 2, The Chew on Me's.
My name is Lieutenant Commander Vernon Cook. I've been in the Navy for 24 years. I'm originally from Franklinton, Louisiana, and this is my sea story. So I was assigned to my first submarine, the USS Augusta, and I was selected to go to Navy diver school. Each submarine has a specific amount of scuba divers assigned to them. So I show up in Navy diver school, and one of the best times of my life. Very rigorous and active and a lot of physical work involved, but it was extremely rewarding. My 5th week of training, we did what we call our open ocean dives. On my 2nd open ocean dive, I just happened to be on a YDT, which is the ships that we were on before we were jumping into the ocean to go on our dives. And I happened to ask one of the old master divers on the ship, hey, have you ever seen any sharks? And he was an old crusty master diver, and he's like, I've been diving for 20 years and never seen a shark on any dive that I've been on yet. And I was like, okay, that sounds good to me. You know, we all jump off the YDT into the water, and we start submerging. And we were diving on some bridges that they just took chunks of bridge out in the middle ocean and just dropped them for undercurrents and stuff like that. And I was playing around on one of the rails on the bridge, holding on to it, swinging, and I noticed there's like a cavern underneath the bridge. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I started to go down, and it was almost like a cartoon. And as I was going down, a hammerhead shark started coming out of the cavern there. So I started waving my arms, trying to stop myself. But the momentum in the water kept me going, and I was just doing everything I could not to hit the shark. And the next thing I know, I bumped into the shark with my chest. Me not knowing what the shark was gonna do, he was in panic mode. But the shark just kept going like it was nothing. It was an everyday occurrence for him or something. So there was 35 of us diving that day, and I'm the only one that actually seen the shark and actually bumped into the shark. And so I wasn't thinking, but I got in the middle of all 35 of them, so if he decided to get hungry, in dive school we call them chew on me's. So if he decided, he wanted to come chew on me or something, I'd be in the middle of the pack. After the dive, we all get on top of the YDT, and, I was like, did anybody see the shark? I was all, and everybody just looked at me like, what are you talking about? There was a shark and you didn't tell us? And I'm like, I'm underwater. What am I supposed to do? And they're like, well, you could have put your hand on top of your head like a fin, to alert everybody there was a shark down there. Well, I wasn't really thinking about that at the time. I was just thinking about getting out of his pattern and getting to safety. The visibility wasn't all that great that day either. You can only see like 20 feet. But it was, I guess you'd say, a rare occurrence to actually see one on my 2nd open ocean dive and actually bump into him. But it definitely got me thinking that you're definitely at the bottom of the food chain when you're down there. It was exciting, something that to this day I still carry with me. I encourage anybody to go into Navy diving, and it's a wonderful experience.
On the next episode of Sea Story.
And I remember it ripping through the sky, like it was just violence. And I remember thinking, death. It was pretty amazing to see.
Sea Story is brought to you by America's Navy. Learn more at Navy.com.